All right, just like that, we're back. My name's Dave. It's Mountain Branch Music. We are back with a Carvin FG guitar. This is not my guitar, but it's in the studio, and we're gonna check it out. We got the snark up there. A couple things I was noticing about this. So we've been doing the kind of the tray thing on this playlist. We're gonna see if guitars can pass through the gauntlet or the crucible of infinity, if we can get infinite sustain out of these guitars. So we have done hollow body style guitars, we have done solid body style guitars, we've done semi hollow body style guitars. That one is more like, anyway, with varying degrees of support inside. So this, the 335 style, kind of splits the difference. Obviously, this happened pretty early on in the history of the electric guitar, but this has a center block. So like a, short scale mahogany style guitar, it does that. But instead of two pressed pieces of plywood, like you'd get on a Gibson 335, we have the routed out back and then a top piece of maple with exposed maple binding. So it's all one piece of wood. You can see the flame continues onto the binding there. Real pretty mahogany. I'm not sure if it's true mahogany, especially on the back. It's a different color than the neck. And then, or maybe I don't think the neck is dyed. Another thing I've noticed, we're gonna do another Carvin down the line on the channel, but I wanted to do this one first. The angles here are much lower, so the neck angle is lower, so the bridge isn't as high. And then the headstock angle is not angled as much as many of the guitars, any kind of Gibson style guitars or some of the other guitars we'll have on the channel. Really pretty flame maple top. Pickups don't have a pull piece, but this thing has the works. Let me tell you, we got a master, volume, a tone. There's another output jack. There's a MIDI output. There's a piezo output in here, black saddles. But that's not, that for our purposes on this channel, that is really just kind of gunk that might stop it from being a true hollow body. It's kind of plastic and metal gunk in there. But it didn't seem to hold back the last guitar on the channel, the Resurrection. So let's see what happens. I'm going to put on a loop, and we've got our effects. We've got the classic kind of infinity effects. We've got a Ross compressor going into a transparent overdrive and a Silvermod tube screamer. I'm going in through a deluxe reverb model into a spark kicked back in a monitor situation. So I think it's pretty like what you would get in an on-stage situation. As always, we have the Lava Lamp of Love. We've got the I did not turn on, I almost didn't turn on our decibel meter. And I tried to change it so it's set to a slightly quicker response, but we'll see if it just kind of gives us a general ballpark. You're not always going to be able to see it, but when you can, great. So here we go. Got a little more peppy track. I think we got a 25-inch scale, so also very PRS-like there. Turn on the compressor. I think it's pretty hot output. Very close. Not quite there. Put on the tube screamer. We're there. That will go on forever. Anyway, it made it. It passed the test. Took a little more coaxing than I was feeling during sound check. So I do kind of run these through before I do this. And that's the thing about this, you know, a lot of nights for like a fish type show, I feel like, you know, Trey will come out and test that note because you know, a lot of days like you'll get it in sound check and then you go do something else, come back, do the show, hit record, whatever it is. Things change. You don't know what it is. Maybe you're a little more tense. Maybe the guitar's sitting on your body a little different. Maybe you're a different position from the monitor. Maybe the temperature or humidity changed. There's infinite factors, right? But we're looking at guitars. We're trying to understand it and just enjoy the process and the fun of it. So it wasn't all over, but I think with a little more volume, you get as much as you want to. That high B I was holding, I do that because that's the note from Yem. That's like one of the great long sustained notes. You also get some in Harry Hood consistently, as well as the surprise ones in jams here and there. So we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to understand it. So you've got a hollow body. One of my pet theories is that if the bridge is floating free, it'll be more likely to go into infinite feedback. But this is kind of bucks that trend. It uses kind of the mass of wood in the center, and we have cavities where the vibrations can build up, and it's what's going to drive that string into sympathetic vibration. I try not to use too much vibrato to keep it rolling. I don't really count it if it goes into a harmonic, into an upper harmonic. But that's it, the Carvin FG series, kind of a routed 335 style. It passed, and you'll see if you watch some of the other guitars in this playlist, they all do some better, some worse. I think one of the standard bears so far is, of course, the Phishy Hollow Body by Resurrection. That's probably the closest to a true Languedoc style guitar. Surprisingly, the Vela did really good. We almost got there. We did get there with the Gibson, the Les Paul. We got some other instruments to look at. We've got a whole lineup I'm gonna do. So this is one of them, and we got another Carvin to get to that I'm kind of looking forward to. But thanks so much. We'll see you next time. My name's Dave. Peace.